Hello everybody, it's Monday, and that means we are going to be spinning the wheel for a random animal to hunt during this week. You guys may remember a video that I did somewhat recently where we spun a wheel for a random animal and then jumped into multiplayer to hunt it. We ended up getting moose that time, and we hunted moose for that video, but after getting lots of feedback from you guys, we're going to make this into a series where we spin the wheel, and that is the animal that we have to hunt during the week, and you know, whatever it ends up being is what we have to go after, so we could get some interesting experiences for sure. But the way that I'm going to do it is I'm not going to limit all of our videos during the week to hunting this species. However, we are going to focus most of the live streams on chasing down this species. And then sometime towards the end of the week, I'll make a video of all of the different stuff that we got and stuff like that. We'll probably make a couple videos throughout the week on the species also. But just so that it's not all the same thing over and over again, not every video during the week will be focused on the animal that we spin for this. But we will spend a pretty good amount of our time trying to get some trophies of whatever species we do end up landing on. But one thing that I am interested in is seeing what other trophies we end up finding along the way, because since we're going to be focusing on whatever species it lands on, there's a pretty decent chance that we'll find some other species on whatever map we end up hunting that we normally wouldn't really chase after. Like, let's say we end up rolling for a Greedos ibex, then there's a decent chance we'll find some mouflon or roe deer trophies along the way, or which are something that we don't have a ton of in the lodge, at least of the roe deer. Okay, so I did actually real quickly decide to remove some of the animals that are on broken maps because obviously with Silver Ridge Peaks and Yukon being the way they are, where we can't fast travel to anything, we're not going to do any of the species that are exclusive to Yukon or Silver Ridge Peaks. So ones that are on other maps also we still have on here, but for this week at least, until they fix the broken outposts on SRP and Yukon, we're going to go ahead and just remove species that are exclusive to those places. Because otherwise, if we ended up landing on one of those, it would just be a very painful week of trying to hunt them without using outposts, since we have to do this in multiplayer only. So we're just going to avoid that issue, and hopefully they get it fixed soon, because I'd like to be able to add stuff like the pronghorn and the rocky elk back, but since those are exclusive to SRP and SRP is broken right now, we're not going to be doing those. But hopefully that patch will come out soon, give everybody the map on console, and fix all the bugs that came with the PC release, and then we can all be happy. But anyway, let's go ahead and spin now that we have removed everything. And we end up getting the moose. Okay, so I guess it would be fitting that moose would be the first thing, since we got moose in the test run. For those of you that were curious, that last episode you saw was not part of the series officially. That was just kind of pitching the idea to get it through to you guys and ask if you wanted me to do it. And since a lot of you wanted me to, this is the official spin, and it looks like we ended up getting moose for our first one. So I guess we're going to be spending the week on late and trying to get ourselves some moose. Now, one of the good things about moose being the animal that we got for this week is we don't necessarily have to restrict ourselves to Layton Lake. We can also head over to Yukon or Medved if we wanted to. I probably won't be doing any Yukon just because of the broken outposts, but I'm definitely going to jump on Medved for a little bit just to kind of see how the moose hunting is. I've heard from so many people that Medved's moose hunting is the best in the game, but just never been able to find that out myself, so I guess we could do a little bit of exploration of Medved this week and see if we can have some good moose luck over there. Well, he may not be a giant, but that is kind of a wonky level 3 moose, and it's been already 26 minutes and I haven't really shot anything, so I figure we might as well get something down. So let's go ahead and line up on this guy, see if we can just sneak it into the heart there, and it does look like we did, so that's nice. There he is. That is quite the wonky moose right there. He's actually pretty big on that side and incredibly small on this side. And for the first time, I think ever, we managed to get the side heart shot on a moose. I always go for this shot. I'm almost never able to hit it. We actually did hit it that time, so I'm kind of happy and kind of impressed that we managed to. That is quite the off-centered, unbalanced, uneven moose. So after taking a little bit of a break to go do the daily live stream, I've come back to multiplayer, and we now have a pretty good sized moose track right here. This should be a good size 4 and possibly even a 5 if we're lucky, so I'm going to try and figure out where this guy moved after his zone ended. Hopefully he didn't go too far away. Typically their zones are relatively close to each other, so we should be able to find him in no time. We're just going to keep that track highlighted and hope that we run across some more recent tracks from him, because there really isn't too much beyond this need zone, unfortunately. And just my luck, I can't avoid people following us today, so looks like we're just going to have to hope that they move off in a different direction, but as of now it's looking like we might have to jump servers, unfortunately, but we'll do a quick look around to see if we can find ourselves that big moose. Hard to say if he's even in the area, but we'll at least give it a quick look, and worst comes to worst, we'll just change servers, and yeah, it's definitely seeming that way. Yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and jump to a different server because we're still getting followed, and now there's even a third person over here, so let's just go to a different server and see if we can find anything good there. Well, that's a pretty good moose right there, 220 to 274. You know, technically that has an ever so slight chance of making diamond, but I don't think that's the diamond rack. I do believe that that's going to be probably 260s at the most, but let's go ahead and get a shot into him. Because regardless, he is still our best one of the day, so we want to make sure that we get him down and see if we can even get an angle. I think we're going to have to move closer before we do it, unfortunately, so we'll get a little bit closer and then take the shot. Man, that is just a beautiful moose. That's a good size level 4 for sure. And it sounds like there's actually blacktail in the area also, so if we can just spot them too, that'd be great. Just a small 4, unfortunately, but this guy right here is a much nicer 4, and that is a whitetail. But we're not worried about those. Let's see if this guy ends up being anything good. I think that second shot should bring him down pretty quickly. And from the back, he actually looks to be a little bit bigger than I initially thought even, so, you know, maybe we will get lucky. Maybe it'll end up being a level 4 diamond. And that is a pretty good looking floating moose, so let's grab this real quickly. 244, it was actually smaller than I thought. I mean, that's still a good moose, but definitely not a diamond. You know, oddly enough, I have such a hard time telling these level 4 moose as to like whether or not they're gonna be diamond or close. There's so many times where I guess like 20 or 30 points above their actual score, and this was another case of that. I guess with this guy he needed more brow tine, or more mass to his brow tines, I guess, and then a little bit taller and wider palms probably. But still a good moose. Not too bad at all. Definitely the best one we've killed today. So after thinking about it a little bit more, what do you guys think we should do? Should we make it so we can only hunt in multiplayer for this series, or should we be able to hunt on single player and multiplayer? Because I got to thinking, some of the species that we could possibly get when spinning this wheel might not have a lot of multiplayer servers that we could even go on. I mean, there's times where there's 0 Tiawaroa servers and 0 Medved servers, etc. Like, there's a few maps that a lot of times just don't have any servers up. So I'm wondering if we should make it so we can hunt in single player or multiplayer. I'll leave that up to you guys, so put your answer down in the comments, and in fact, I'll probably have a poll scheduled to go up at the same time as this video, so that you guys can just answer it on the poll. But I'm curious what you guys think. I really do think that we should probably include single player too. The more I think about it, just seems like if we limit it to multiplayer only, we might have a lot of boring hunts, unfortunately. This is kind of what I'm talking about. We only have one Medved server up right now, and it is at a terrible time, so I do feel like there'll be quite a few times where there just might not be a lot of a certain map up, and because of that, we won't be able to grind for whatever we end up rolling. I mean, like, Tiawaroa's only got 4 up at the moment, while a map like Hirschfelden or Layton will have a lot more. But because of this, I do think we should include single-player servers also in this series. So, it may not be a moose, but that is one of the more interesting things that we have seen today. Unfortunately, the moose just have not cooperated, so I think we'll go ahead and take out this really wonky level 4 blacktail, because that's actually a pretty cool-looking one. And we dropped him on the spot. Let's get his brother down too, but we've unfortunately not had much luck with the moose. I've been recording for over an hour now, and we've only found like maybe 2 or 3 level 4s, and a couple of them weren't even that big. They were just barely into being a level 4, so I didn't even shoot them. But Unfortunately, things have just been very slow for the moose today. I didn't even realize this at first, but this is actually a level 3 server, so we might have a pretty good chance of finding a good moose finally. I really hope so, at least, because we've not found much at all. It's been very lackluster. But anyway, let's go ahead and pick up this guy first, and then we'll check out this weird level 4. Man, that is quite the thin one. Let's go ahead and take a look at him. 151.60, and man, that is about as thin as they get. Quite the thin rack blacktail. Very, very interesting, to say the least. At least it's more interesting than the moose we've been finding. And just as I say that, that is a huge level 4. Okay, well, that's perfect. We need to go find that guy. And unfortunately, it looks like he might be getting spotted by that guy also. Let's hope that he doesn't take this guy from us. I don't even know where he is. I think that's actually possibly the host of this server. I can't even tell, honestly, but hopefully we can get this guy. There's actually a bunch of random stuff running through here. We got whitetail and coyotes, and of course the other guy is now shooting, so probably going to be a little bit before we see that moose. Now, this is one thing that I've never understood about some people in multiplayer is you'll be hunting somewhere and they just feel the need to run through your area and just start randomly shooting. It's not exactly the most polite thing to do, but I mean, there's really nothing you can do to avoid it. That's one of the risks of playing multiplayer. There is the tracks from him, so we're not all that far off, I would imagine. We should be able to find it pretty soon. At this point, I'm really hoping this moose is just going to continue going northeast because this guy is kind of going towards the east, so as long as the moose keeps going this way, we should be good. And it looks like he is going to be going off in the other direction, so we should be able to find this moose now. Luckily, we didn't get followed the entire way, but let's just hope that that moose isn't too far gone. I don't even know how far he's ran at this point or if we'll get him into an open field anytime soon, so guess we'll have to just keep running along until we get into a clearing and hope that we can see him. Well, there's the female moose. He shouldn't be that far away then, because she's right there. There he is. Look at that beauty right there. That is a nice looking moose. We just need him to stop so that we can actually get a shot into him. He's about 100 meters away. You know, if he gets into an opening, we might take the shot. We've been chasing him for quite a while, and I don't feel like letting him get away, so the second he gives us an opening, we're taking him down. Well, this is a bit unfortunate. It looks like he has doubled back towards that guy, so I'm honestly starting to wonder if we're ever going to get this guy. He is just zigzagging left and right in every which way possible. I guess our only bet really is to try and get him down near the water. That's going to be the easiest way to find him, but I don't really see that happening. He's just being very stubborn. There he is. Once again, he is just being so elusive. I think we're going to have to take the shot. If he goes through there, we got to take him. Oh, he's just over the hill. That's so unlucky. This has been such a chase for this guy, and we don't even know if he's going to be as big as what we think. I mean, my guess is this guy's at least 260s, but we've seen how wrong I've been on the last couple moose we've killed, so honestly at this point I don't even know. But on the off chance that he is something huge, I mean, that estimate's pretty good. So we do want to chase him down. He's going to be the best thing we've killed today, easily. Unfortunately, the other guy that has been following us is right behind us, so that's just lovely. I honestly don't understand why some people are like that. It's just incredibly rude. There he is. Let's get him down. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we made that shot. Let's just hope we can get up and claim it before this other guy does, because he is right on our tail. He's incredibly close. But I think we're gonna get it. Okay. He's going away. Alright, now let's claim it. And it's just a 261 gold. Sadly, not a giant, but still a really good moose. Definitely worth at least chasing down. And now we can get out of this server and away from this guy. Well, with nothing else really showing up today, I think we're going to go ahead and end it there. If you guys want to see more moose grinding, be sure to stop by the YouTube streams. We stream pretty much every single day, minus like 1 or 2 days out of the week at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we have a lot of fun. So if you guys want to see me grinding moose, or whatever else we might be going after, I think we'll still do a few great one grinding streams a week, trying to get our 3rd great one, but a lot of the upcoming streams for this week at least are going to be focused on hunting moose on Layton, Medved, and maybe even a little bit of Yukon if we can get over the weird outpost not working bug. But other than that, if you guys are brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, click the like button, and ring that notification bell so you guys will never miss a video or a stream. Also, be sure to leave a comment down below with what you guys think we should do with this series. I'll be tweaking it based off of your guys' opinions, and there should be a poll up right now where you guys can vote whether or not we should include single-player grinding into this series, because I definitely think that it could benefit the series. So I'll leave that up to you guys, but let's see what gets voted the most. But until next time, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace!